Greetings, everyone. Stephen Donaco here, contributing to this beautiful weekend of meditations, this weekend of love. And I am honored to be part of this incredibly powerful, loving, and courageous group of meditators. It's just really amazing to feel into the energy of everyone's presence, and just very nurturing and nourishing for me, and I'm sure it is for all of us. And grateful that you are joining me here right now in this meditation, which I've chosen to title "A Deep Contemplation of the Power of Love." A deep contemplation of the power of love. So, with that, I invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. And just breathe in nice and gently and deeply, and allow the love to ripple through every fiber of your being. And we can start this contemplation of the power of love with contemplating the power of self-love. That your agreement to show up here and now, and to take this time to drop deep within, is a form of self-care and therefore self-love. That's where we start. We start with a contemplation on the power of self-love. For we know there is no possible way we can express the fullness of the power of love if we don't start with ourselves. There's absolutely no way we can come from a place of self-criticism, of self-disappointment, of self-chronic doubt. Sometimes self-doubt is something that happens and we can forgive it, but a chronic self-doubt is something we can release. And I invite you to do so in this moment. So fully and completely embrace the power of self-love. So taking a nice deep breath in, releasing another deep breath in, and releasing. And you are worthy of your own love, regardless of anything you've done that might have contributed to something that you or others might have deemed as being bad or destructive or inappropriate or not right. You let go all of the past judgments of yourself and the judgments that have been projected upon you by others, and just know you're honored right now for showing up with an attitude and a practice of self-love. So this is where our contemplation begins. And then from this center, this fortified center of self-love, with your next exhale, envision an energy field expanding from your heart and going out into the world. And we're living in very uncertain times on the surface. However, we don't live by the appearances. We might be informed by them, and They may direct us in certain ways in the material world, but we don't come from our own center of being solely by the appearances. We come from the rightness of our own love and the rightness of our desire to express that love out into the world. And really, this in this moment is a doing practice. In these times of social distancing, we don't have to completely reject that there's an energetic joining, an energetic connection that we can continue to make through the power of love with one another on the planet. And we're really being called in this time to contemplate the power of love through the power of simply being. And it's not to say that we won't be led to do certain things from time to time and however and through whatever channels that is supposed to happen. But in our meditation time, we need only be. Be present to our loving selves and be present to the love that we all desire to share with one another. And that desire may manifest in different degrees with different people, but ultimately at the core, because the power of the universe and the evolution of the universe is based on growth of our best selves, our best nature, an expansion of love. We show up, we desire to show up as loving beings. So in this moment in meditation, there's nobody judging you. There's nobody projecting their damaged, destructive attitudes onto you. So in this moment, we can simply be in contemplation of the universal field of love and energetically pull and visualize everyone coming into it, regardless of where they are on the desire spectrum to be loving beings. And then we let go of our attachments. We can let go of our attachments to any ego, to any attitudes, to any expectations of others showing up in a certain way. And we let go of our attachment to our own projections. And we simply and silently express gratitude for the power of this being moment. Our deep contemplation of the power of love. So let us take this deep contemplation of the power of love for a few moments into the silence. we practice a deep contemplation of the power of love right here, right now, unencumbered by any thoughts, worries, or anxieties. Expand our consciousness of the power of love to encompass the entirety of the planet and all of humanity and sentient life. And we honor the omnipresence and the omnipotence of our being nature. And rest assured and take some comfort that we need only be in the center of love in this very moment. And let's take a nice deep cleansing breath in together. Fill your belly. Hold that breath at the top for a moment. And then release with a sigh. Bring your awareness fully back to your embodied self. Perhaps wiggling your fingers and toes a little bit. Become attuned to the circulation of the air in the room around you. Feel the gravity of the earth holding you with love on the spot that you occupy. And then when you're ready, open your eyes, be here, and be aware right now. So thank you so much for joining me on this weekend of love and this meditation. I'm grateful to contribute to all of the meditations and expand our feelings of power and of love and of peace and of being generative human beings, because if there's ever a time the planet needs us to do that and to be that, it's right now. So thank you so much. My deepest appreciations and blessings of peace, health, and namaste.